Another new year. I still can't believe it's been a whole year since this video, but with the new year comes a new me, so let's change some things up a bit. Now this looks nice. A little late for the fall and winter season, but hey, it still works. But heyo guys, my name's Beta Eta Delota, and today we'll be talking about some furry things. The series where we discuss any cute and cuddly topics relating to the furry fandom. God, I've missed that intro. With MFF 2018 having just happened last month, I had the opportunity to meet a lot of new people, whether they be fans, friends, or fursuiters that I've been dying to see and get hugs from. And with meeting a lot of new people, I got to experience a variety of interactions both as a fan of a certain individual and as someone whom people had been dying to see. To put it simply, I got to experience being a nervous and socially awkward fan while also being the subject to nervous and socially awkward fans. Did you really just insult all of your fans? No, I didn't. So for this video, I want to give you guys a general outline of how you can go about introducing yourself and saying hi to someone you may look up to or idolize in the furry fandom. I guess you could say this is a how-to for meeting a furry senpai. As someone who's experienced both ends of meeting new people as a nervous and socially awkward kid, especially when meeting someone I very much look up to, I think it's absolutely necessary to go over some of the basics. Though I would like to point out before we begin that the way I highlight how interactions can potentially go isn't the way it might actually happen. The idea is that every interaction you'll have with someone, whether they be a fursuiter, a furry YouTuber, or some random person at a fur bowl, will always be different. That's what makes getting to know people so unique and thrilling. But without further ado, let's begin. So to start any interaction, picture yourself being within the vicinity of a furry you want to meet, or for this case, an individual of interest. When you see them, what do? Well, the first thing I could ever recommend, especially within the scenario of it being a fursuiter, is for the individual of interest to know that you are there, while also not being disruptive if they're currently talking with someone. This means try to get within their peripheral vision to the point where they can see you in front of them, and especially don't touch them without their permission, unless it's like a tap on the shoulder or something like that. If you pull my tail, I will not be happy, but if they're free, you'll just want to go up to them and say hi. Though at the same time, try to be aware of other people that might be looking to meet said individual of interest who are there before you. More often than not, a line will be formed for people to meet your furry senpai one at a time, so just be on the lookout for that. Now throughout the span of getting to meet an individual of interest, just know that you'll be the one in charge since you're initiating the interaction. To officially start, you'll want to usually say hello and introduce yourself. That way, if the individual knows you, they can go from there, and if they don't, then they know what context the interaction is in. You won't just want to state your online name or persona's name, but you'll want to make it clear that you're a fan of theirs. This portion is really important because it's a very good follow-up to the natural hello when you might not know what to say next. Examples of this could be like, hey, I love X, Y, or Z that you do online. Hey, I love your fursuit, I've seen you on Twitter. Hey, your videos are awesome. Something like that. You can delve a bit further into the introductions, especially if you might have more to say or questions to ask from the individual of interest, but overall you want to keep the interaction short but sweet. The idea is that you want to leave a good impression of yourself with the individual, but after going through introductions, you'll want to make it clear to them what you want to do next. This can be that you want to take a picture with them, you want a hug from them, or you just wanted to say hi and proceed on with your day. Well, just ask them. I'll let you guys in on a little secret us furry YouTubers and fursuiters have. We love getting our picture taken, especially when we're asked. But for me, if a fan wants a quick hug or a picture with me, I'm completely alright with that. I know a bunch of other people are the same way, but all you have to do is ask us. We can't understand if you want to unless you signify it to us in some way. I know he's not telepathic. And finally comes the conclusion of the interaction, where you say goodbye and move on to doing whatever else. If I'm being honest, this is what some people can struggle with the most, where I'll have to jump in and help them out if we're standing there awkwardly staring at each other. But trust me, there's nothing wrong with it and there's a simple way to avoid it. All you really have to do is say whatever final things you would like to say, but make it clear that the interaction is ending. Examples of conclusions could be like, hey, it was nice talking with you, it was nice meeting you, I'm gonna go now, thank you for the picture, have a great rest of your con, and see you later. Anything along those lines is perfect for a conclusion to an interaction. Like I said earlier, you want to keep some of these interactions short and sweet, especially depending on the situation or person you're looking to meet. So if you're coming to say hi to me or other more established furry YouTubers, and you see that other people are looking to meet them, you may want to keep that interaction shorter and try to talk with them at a later point. But instead of hearing about it from me, I think you'll want to be hearing from someone who has a bit more experience. That's why Picari-Ru will be discussing some tips she might have for fans who want to meet furries they look up to at conventions, along with some experiences she's had with being a fire hazard from fans. So please give a warm welcome to Picari-Ru.
Thank you, Beta D to D, Beta D to Do, Beta Delta, Beta. Thank you, Beta. Hi, yes, good day, hello. I'm Picari-Ru. I've been doing this YouTube thing for a couple of years now and experienced both being someone's senpai and meeting my own ones. The biggest thing that I need to share is if you see someone you really want to meet, but they're clearly trying to get somewhere like the Headless Lounge or the room, the buffet, anywhere, leave them be. At Midwest Fur Fest 2018, I had never seen so many furries in one place before. I was not ready to be swamped like I was. Don't get me wrong, I heckin' love you guys, it was awesome, but there were a lot of times where I just had to pull the plug and break away because I was too exhausted, be it physically or mentally. If the person or suitor that you want to interact with does that, don't follow them, please. Don't forget that just because you've been watching them and following them online for years, they can't see you through the screen. You are still a complete stranger to them. Sure, you can become acquainted and become friends later, but until then, it is really, really intimidating to have a stranger follow you around. It's not a good image, so please don't do that. Which leads me into, please respect your senpai and the people that are wanting to meet them. If there are people that have been waiting there longer than you have, let them go first. If there's a line, don't cut. If crowd control is yelling something, stop talking and listen. I don't know if any of you guys came to our So You Want to Be a Furry YouTuber panel, but do any of you guys remember the whole room changing fiasco? That was only a fiasco because people didn't listen to the crowd control and they ended up cutting in front, which means us paddlers couldn't get into the room, which means there were delays in us setting up because we couldn't get in there to set up, and the paddler ended up starting even later. It's all about respect. Please, please, please respect everyone and everything will go smoothly and you will get all that respect right back. That's it for my segment. Thank you so much, Beta, for having me, and I will hand you guys back over to him.
The Blue Roo always knows what to say about anything in this fandom. Besides all that, I really have nothing else to say on how to interact with people. Oh, there is one small thing I want to kind of mention. In the grand scheme of things, just remember that it's not the end of the world if you don't meet that one furry idol or fursuiter at a fur bowl or especially at a convention. There are plenty of people who didn't get the opportunity to meet me at MFF due to the craziness or timing, but I know they'll get to meet me someday at a future con. Your con experience is as good as you make it to be, but at the same time, you can't have one experience or one interaction that must happen to be the driving factor for whether the con was good or bad. So go out there, meet new people, and most importantly, have fun. But either way, thank you guys for watching. As always, please do let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. I know I'm not alone in having felt nervous to say hi to my furry senpai in the past, but I already know that some people might think this video is niche because meeting new people might be natural. Regardless, please do let me know what you thought of this idea and if this little breakdown helped you. I'd also like to give a big thank you to Picari-Roo for helping me out with this video. It seems a bit redundant for me to say this, but please go and check out her content. She's done some amazing videos on all sorts of topics about the furry fandom, and if it weren't for her, I probably wouldn't be making this video. Still, I'm absolutely grateful that she came on to say what she said, and really just thank you so much for the help, Picari. Besides that, I've got nothing else. Have a good day, guys, and as always, stay life jacket. Take care.